Lennox from day one was this guy.
This man did this before YouTube, before there was an internet.
Myself, these men are too fat. I'm out. But now I'm looking out for anyone who can beat Canelo. So if Fury comes in massive, he can end up getting sparked because AJ keeps his punch power still.
Yeah.
Lennox, very consistent as a person.
I can do it like money made, glamorous ting. 12 round unanimous ting. Casual fans on the analyst ting. That ain't KG and Travis's ting. That's undefeated, undisputed like Lennox. Do it on points, jab your head off. Who tried to say that AJ fell off? Must have never had Nigerian jello.
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters.
Chatting it up. Before we go any further, like, subscribe, tell your grandma about the pod.
Do all the necessary things that you need to do. Bro, is this on private?
Yeah, fam.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
Let's do that again. Let's start that again.
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to the Undefeated podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters.
Chatting it up. Before we go any further, like, subscribe, tell your grandma, and whoever else.
Anyone in your lineage, tell them to subscribe right now. Bro,
what's your tail of the tape? Talk to me, man.
You know me, 0-0, never fought, never lost. If I did, someone's getting knocked out. It's not me. Talk to me, bro. What's your tail of the tape, man?
I'm 2-0, fam. Undefeated,
Come
50%
on.
knockout rate.
Oh, yeah.
Half the men that entered the ring with me, they left on their back, bro.
Because you did that, bro.
Come on, bro.
That's what you did, fam.
Now,
bro, you know what we need to do. Go to the comments. It's the only way this show works. Go to the last pod. Blame Connor, fam.
That was a fun episode.
It was a really fun episode. All right, let's go.
What we got here? We got Mulla. In regards to Billy Joel, prior to fight camp, Eddie put a PSA out to all the fighters and told everyone to be ready because fights could pop up short notice. I thought it was a little unprofessional on Billy Joel's behalf, especially as he screams that he needs that kind of fight, bearing in mind 2 fights with Andrade that were cancelled because of him. Lastly, with the Eubank Jr., the picture is clear. It's clear proof. You need to see why his dad should be nowhere near negotiations, and because as far as I'm aware, he isn't even the same with his other sons. That's interesting still.
There you go. Ted Otengo says, I believe fighters need to take any special opportunity you can if it's only 6 weeks. Let's do it.
Yeah. Off the canvas says, from my perspective, fighters should always remain ready because the fighters they're chasing for months could have his opponent pull out anytime. Love what you guys are doing. Love, bro.
All right, cool. Nikimbo says, great segment. Let's see how Fury and AJ negotiations turn out. That's real.
Lloyd Gibbs said, Amir Khan in the Middle East is the big fight for Pacquiao. The United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, and Malaysia, they paid massive money to secure that fight. And you have all of the UK, Philippines, and Pakistan tuning into that fight. Bruv, that's a money fight, bro.
Sounds good now.
And there's a good story there as well. They trained in the same gym.
Who's Roach going to be behind? Not Amir.
Pacquiao.
All right, cool. AI says, I realize the fuckeries in boxing benefits everyone. TV, network runs belts, more champions, more easier options for fighters, more sanctioning fees, more champions, bigger stable for promoters, equals big TV deals. And managers, trainers get 10% from multiple fighters. You know, so he's saying that, listen, we all feed off each other. Stop complaining, fam. This is the boxing business. I rate it.
I am Dejwa said, another good episode. P.S. Are we taking the undefeated to Saudi? Who knows?
Who knows? Can you imagine us in Saudi, though?
Oh, we do. Madness, fam. You're talking about what you see. You don't see me wearing the traditional white garms.
Yeah.
I'll be in my bag, fam.
You got
Trevor X? I'll be in my bag, fam.
Trevor
X, fam.
All right, cool. Dana White in the UFC said, in these times, you don't get ready, you stay ready. And now you're seeing careers capitulated through the rankings, like Kamaz, I don't know who you guys are, and Kevin Holland. There you go. Boxers should be taking note of that. They could be offered a life-changing opportunity, whether it money or world titles. If they ain't ready, they should be left behind. Katie is right. Andy Ruiz seized his opportunity and became a unified champion with career high paydays. It's true. And next time he comes back, when Andy Ruiz is ready to come back, because we're waiting, he'll get paid.
Are we waiting though?
I'm kind of waiting.
I'm not.
If Bermain's to burn, don't tell me you're not waiting for him. If
I'm not thinking about Andy Ruiz.
Bermain.
Fam, let me tell you something. I'm not thinking about what Andy Ruiz does next.
Bermain.
Fam, Bermain is not my business.
I'm looking for Andy. I'm not. I would love to see Andy fight.
If he fights Wilder, I'll stay up for that.
Exactly. Of course, stay up. I'm watching the whole thing.
But if I'm seeing Andy fight someone like a Dominic Brazil,
I don't know against top opponents. I even watched Andy Ruiz fight Joseph Parker.
Yeah, but that fight happened already.
No, but I'm saying I'd watch. That's what I'm saying. I'd still watch that now today.
Oh, fair enough. All right, fair enough.
As in, like, I'd stay up.
He's an ex-world champ. It makes sense.
I won't stay up. That's a lie.
I'd stay up. I'd stay up for foolishness. There's no way I wouldn't stay up for this.
You know when you try to make it out like you won't stay up, but you staying up as a deadest. Yeah.
I'll be up most times.
I'd watch him fight Usyk. I'd watch him fight. I like him.
All right, fair enough. You know what? I'm underestimating. I'd stay up for most of these fights.
There you go. Most of these fights. But Bermain, are you staying up for him?
Not for anything. Not even for actual cash.
Nah, stay up for cash.
No.
Bro, he's not staying up. Cool. Let me do this. Let me read. You read one, I read one, and we'll call it a wrap.
All right, cool. So start. Easy, guys. Great question regarding taking things on short notice. In my opinion, it's very situational. If you are just ticking over, which is what you do in off-season or when not competing, your body isn't ready to just jump into a fight. In boxing, sparring allows the body to get used to getting hit. Also thinking about tactics. Repetition is what makes actions impulsive. That takes time. So on a situation of the above, no, I wouldn't take the fight. On the other hand, if I was training for a fight and it got cancelled, or I just came out of a fight, which I only did a few rounds, and during the previous training camp, I didn't pick up any injuries and I'm fit, I would take the fight. That's probably the most realistic answer we've had.
Yeah. You know what? I'm happy with that, actually.
Cool. All right, let's pod.
Let's run it.
Calm. So this weekend, Caleb Plant stepped into the ring. Caleb Plant, fam, he got busy. The undercard was nuts though.
Wait, The Rock is the fake Rock, yeah.
Bro.
Versus Submarine. I can't remember their names now. For the life of me. No, I'm gonna find it because it was hilarious.
Very big guys, bro. These heavyweights were too big, bro. I mean, you shouldn't weigh 270 pounds. I don't think anybody who's serious about a career in sports is weighing 270 unless you are a weightlifter or a strongest man competitor.
Yeah, that's Michael Coffey.
Fam, what was that? I watched the fight and I thought to myself, these men are too fat. I'm out. Because if you don't care about yourself, I don't care about your fight. But
no, it could have been a Tyson Fury where I don't look the shape.
No, but he's 6'9". He's 6'9". So him weighing that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Them men there, 6'2", 270. That just lets me know that by the time we hit round 4, it's going to look stupid, bruv. And lo and behold, it did. These men were just, I mean, to be fair to them, they had some pop to their banks.
Give the Marines some credit. Give Coffey some credit.
No. Look, I respect every fighter to a certain degree. So if I speak past that, just understand there's some respect at the foundation level. Cool.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But I don't want to know that my fighter that I'm watching on television is 270 pounds, bro. The man said they walk around weight is 300 pounds. So that means you're dropping 30 pounds of weight to fight.
So understand they were in shape, bro. Yeah.
That man went through the hard camp.
That man had a hard camp, bro. But it's not easy. So we got
30 pounds off. It's tough.
Yeah. Nah, but you want to say it's an embarrassment to boxing? No,
it's an embarrassment to themselves.
You think so?
It's like when people say things like, "Oh, like a black guy does something nuts," they go, "Oh, he's an embarrassment to the community." No, he's not. He's an embarrassment to himself.
No, sometimes you got to take ownership of a madness, though.
Fam, it's an embarrassment to himself.
So anyway, their fight was interesting. I thought the referee could have stopped it. when he saw the bogey fly out his nose. That's usually an indicator.
It's an indicator that's getting serious in there.
Yeah. When the nose mucus just flies out,
man,
because that's not what your body wanted to happen.
When the boogers says I'm out, then you gotta be like, nah. The bogies are getting out. The bogey said he's out. The bogey said he don't want no parts of this.
The bogey's looking for the towel, bro. Usually the bogey we wait to be wiped. He said, nah, I'm getting to the towel myself, bro.
He said, yo, buddy, I'm out. Good luck. I'm gonna take my chances. I'm gonna take my chances on the canvas.
But it's so mad because obviously the guy's name is something Rock, and people just been rinsing. The Rock jobs have been brilliant. Even on the Monday Night Smoke,
man, they were in there. It's the softest Rock he's ever seen.
I said it's a pebble.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like to see. I don't like it when fighters are that out of shape. I just think, what are you, man, doing?
I love a knockout, though.
Huh?
I love a knockout, though.
Oh, bro, there was another knockout on the undercard. I forget the guy's name. I'm gonna try and find it now, bro. Basically, he got tagged with a shot, yeah. And when someone gets hit with a shot and they're like, they're angry now, innit? So he's come up like he wants to do damage. But the thing is, it's mad because he's still wobbly legged. So he's fighting dirty now. So he's probably like hitting, man, bro. He grabbed his it's Isaiah Selden versus Joey Spencer. That's it. Right.
Yeah.
So he's grabbed, man, and he's hit the back of his head bare times in a row, like bap, bap, bap. The referee's like, whoa, that was deliberate. Took 2 points off. In my head, I was thinking to myself, you know what? That's smart because he's bought himself time.
Yeah.
Chilling now, he can get his legs back underneath him. You know, like Dillian White versus AJ?
Mm-hmm.
He got banged in the first round and he started fighting late after the bell. Man rushed into the ring. He bought time. Donnie came into the fight now, so he's had the 2 points taken away. They're back fighting. Fam, he gets caught with one of the maddest shots, bro. Like he gets tagged with a shot. Boom, he goes. You know when the fight goes, the very next punch folded him. Bro, he folded him in such a way the ref said, no, this fight is over on the ground. Like he said, it's over. So he tried to get up. He gets up like he's going through something mentally. Like he's not back.
Yeah.
So he's up there, he's angry, he's like, what? I'm up! The referee just sat him down and said, hey, keep talking, and I'm gonna dock your pay. I've never heard a ref say that to anyone, fam.
Did the ref do that? When did the ref take those powers?
I did not know refs could just do, bro.
I
thought that's like an emotional decision.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, but fam, he just said, listen, keep talking, I'm gonna dock your pay.
Oh, he must have meant he's gonna fine him, surely.
Either way, there was silence immediately afterwards. That guy remembered why he was there.
But sometimes you got to act because ego's been bruised. Ego's been bruised, and you need to make it look like I was gonna do something.
It's techie, bro. Because it's like the first round. I think it was like the first round where they just got sparked out. And you know the embarrassment is the worst one as well. Because you're there thinking, no, I'm gonna come here to do a madness. You get tagged and it's just like, what are you talking about? I'm on the floor, bro. What's
worse is because it's an empty room, it's an empty stadium type thing. Yeah. You just hear yourself fall. Have you ever worked out?
It's just one
with like no music that day. You forgot your music at home, and you can just hear your breathing. Like, and you're like, I don't usually sound like this. Nope, you sound like that all the time.
You're hearing your own thoughts as well.
Own thoughts. So he must have dropped and heard himself like, whoa. And the ring doesn't sound good as well. Like,
you know what it was? It's that feeling of like, this ain't how I pictured this. that's the because when he got up, fam, he got up with like, that frustration, like, I'm calm, I'm fine. I don't even know why I was on the floor. And it's just like, no, this fight is ending in round 1. You didn't even get the chance to go back to the corner. You didn't talk strategy. You came out from the shower to lose, and now we're back on the way home.
Horrible.
It was tough to watch, bro, because you can just
Caleb. What do you think of Caleb's performance?
Let's talk Caleb.
What say you on Caleb's performance? Is he the question I'm asking you right now is, did he send the message to the division?
Do you know what? Yeah, I've got to bring something very valid up. Meeting a fighter and having a chat or an exchange with a fighter, it sometimes can blur you from seeing what's in front of you.
Yes.
We met Plant in Las Vegas. Yeah. Good vibes. We had a decent chat with man. Interviewed man on cam. had a chat off cam. Blessed guy, bruv. Now, because of that connection, that love that was shown, it made me want to see. I wanted to see a great performance. I wanted him to do well. I was rooting for him. Right now, what I saw, I'm not gonna lie, man.
But saying that though, saying that, yeah, he's had other performances that were good. Yes, it was a better challenge. Yes, Truax was as another level.
No, don't get me wrong. You gotta understand. I'm not saying he's bad, but right now, anybody at 168 that's fighting, we're not watching to see you win. We're watching to see you audition to be a Canelo opponent.
Yes,
that's literally it. Like he's a capable champion. Yeah, he can hold that belt for a long. But now I'm looking out for anyone who can beat Canelo. Not because I need Canelo to lose, but that's the stakes right now. That's what the middleweight division has become. Yeah. So when I watched that, I thought to myself, I don't know if it's you. I didn't see power. I didn't see you maintain the light, the footwork through the rounds. I didn't see this. I didn't see what I needed to see, because I know once Canelo is in there, Canelo don't really get hit like that. So if your hands ain't banging or they're not super fast, I say there's a problem.
It didn't send a big message. It didn't send a massive message. I think he's gonna need another 2 fights for us to say. But luckily, he has that, because Canelo he's got time.
And also, this excuse of he just didn't have the great dance partner. Oh, he'll be better when the opponents are better. Yeah, I'm really getting tired of that story, that excuse.
But it's a good excuse though, Trav.
I don't buy it, bro.
No, you have to buy it, bro, because certain times, fighters can let's watch Joe Joyce. Remember Joe Joyce versus Dubois? Yeah, that fight is gonna be completely different to Dubois versus, I don't know, who can I think of? Dubois versus
a random,
a Chisora. It'll be different. It'll be a different fight. It'll be different because that's a different person that might bring out a different. We haven't seen the excitement of Dylan unless when he fought AJ. Have you ever seen that Dylan again? As in that excitement, what we was getting in that fight. It was a different type of
Chisora.
Yeah, okay, that was good. But I was saying the dance partner is important though.
Joseph Parker.
What do you think of that fight?
Oscar Rivas.
He's been in those fights. What do you think of that Parker fight though?
What, the Dillian and Parker fight?
Yeah, Dylan was just dealing with him and
Parker. Nah, bro, he got knocked down in the last round at one point. Like, it was
Parker, that's what I'm saying. Parker came in the last round. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
I hear you. But what I mean is, like, put it this way: just because you're sneaking into the fight, you shouldn't be able to mix it with a man in there. Like, you couldn't just take Tyson the distance just because you was having you weren't engaging or doing too much special stuff. You'll get sparked out. Do you know what I mean? Or you'll be looking stupid. Like, Floyd would make men look stupid with a complete boxing lesson, even if he don't knock you out. So I'm like, you can't make these guys who are clearly levels below you look good.
Deontay Wilder fight, and Deontay Wilder, as soon as he came up against Fury, he just looked average again. When that fight that we watched Deontay Wilder when we went to Vegas, that was different. We saw a very good performance. Wow, like, you can box.
The difference is Caleb Plant was levels above Truax. Truax looked old. Truax was past it, bro. That should not have gone long. And if it was going to go long, the level should be so obvious. Like, you should be embarrassing my man.
Yeah, and Plant is almost becoming the new. They're giving him the push. If I go onto PBC's their website right now, you're gonna see Mad Plant. You're gonna see it everywhere. So they want him to be the guy, and I get it because it's almost ambiguous. You know when you say one was racially ambiguous?
Yeah.
Like, it's like you're for all of us. You know what I mean? It's one of them ones. Like,
and the thing is, I say all of this, but at the same time, I like Plant. I like his story. I like his vibe. He's been through a lot on a personal level. I respect the guy. Do you know what I mean? And so I don't want to seem like, oh, you're just going at man now because he didn't look. But the stakes are high with what we're talking about here. It's Canelo.
Not champions. We're talking about Canelo changes.
It's exactly
the
that.
whole life changes. Yeah.
Andre Ward said he still thinks that Plant is a problem for Canelo. Personally, I really just feel like, you know, when it's PBC,
Yeah.
you just have to say PBC things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how could you watch that and feel like he's a problem for Canelo? It's just a weird thing to say.
And he might be going from the previous fights that he's seen and said, you know what?
But there's no names on Plant's record that
No,
are
in the previous way that he watched someone fight and say, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
I like your punch variation, the way when he does finish, because he's had some decent finish, you know, like when he does get busy, you might go from that and say, well, of what I've seen from they call it the eye test, right? From the eye test that I'm giving him, I think that he's got something, because again, Ward, and it's so hard with these ex-fighters because you don't know when they're just talking true words or it's just like, I'm doing my job. But I can imagine Andre Ward, I don't know how much you have to pay him for him to not keep it real. I feel like he'll just say what he thinks, you know. I'm Andre Ward at the end of the day. Like if it was some next pundit, then maybe something different. But the champs, someone as decorated as Ward, I don't think he's gonna blow smoke.
I hear you. Maybe he sees something I don't see, and
maybe,
you know, it would not be unheard of for Andre Ward, a man with that expertise, to see something that I don't see. So I can trust that might be the case.
Yeah,
that's fair enough.
So we saying Fury's talking again, yeah?
Fury's talking.
Fury's saying, boom,
he's stronger than AJ,
and he's a much bigger puncher. Fury, listen, Fury, ever since he went to that Crump gym,
he knows
Fury, bro.
He knows how to grab a headline. That's what I'll say. Because that's it. He knows how to grab a headline. There's nothing about Fury that's stronger or punches harder than AJ. I don't know where you'd see that. You came in and you beat Wilder. You weighed 270 pounds, and he still stopped him on his feet.
Oh no,
He did get bust up. Wilder weighed what, 15.5 stone?
I hear you.
You're supposed to bully a man like that. But what I'm saying is, you didn't stop him on his feet. You didn't hit him with no concussive shots where you say, flipping out, that was a bang. It was just bare little shots that
you landed on his bum, bro. You know, land on your bum is very important, you know.
You're not hearing what I'm saying. You see how AJ knocked out Pulev?
Yeah.
Was there a moment like that where Fury did something so significant with a shot, you'd say, wow, that's a good single shot? No, he ain't a bigger puncher than AJ. He was just
respect on Deontay Wilder's chin.
He was just a bigger man than Wilder.
Yeah. But check this out. I'm with you. Don't worry. I'm just arguing right now because I'm like, we can't just throw it out and be like, it's chatting rubbish. That power, we've never seen him go in the ring that heavy before. And sometimes you say to yourself, you're 6'9"?
Yeah.
6'9", heavy, surely you should have power behind you. And you haven't woken up, you haven't really activated that power as of yet till now. Because that's what they say the Crunk Gym's supposed to do, right? It gives you the explosive, they train you with explosion and power.
But you have to say to yourself, if you have to load up to 270 pounds in order to have some power, what sacrifices are you making to have power? Because believe me when I say this, when you get to round 9 and 10, if you haven't got AJ out of here, you're going to be blowing. No, humans are not designed to be huge and
AJ can't move for long though. We know that. AJ does take a couple rounds off.
AJ can move for long if he doesn't go to war.
Yeah.
So if him and Fury get into a standoffish type fight and Fury decides he wants to try and mow man down, if he doesn't, because remember how well he moved against Ruiz.
Yeah.
He moved well.
He ain't gonna get to move that good against.
What I'm saying to you, he moved well and he moved for 12.
Yeah.
So it's not impossible for him to get to that. So if Fury comes in massive and the balance ain't right, he could end up getting sparked because AJ keeps his punch power still.
It's so hard because we won't get to see Fury again like a warm-up fight. We're not getting another warm-up fight. The next time we see them, they're gonna be in the ring with each other. So there's so many question marks. Like I said to my wife, everyone asks me, how do you see this fight going? I say it depends how I feel when I wake up. Today, I think AJ can do it. Tomorrow, I wake up like, Fury, though.
The thing to me is, I genuinely think AJ is going to do it. I think he's going to stop him as well. And I know people are going to hear this and be like, "Raw, this guy, you're so biased. Everything's AJ, rah, ta, 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 ta." I genuinely feel like that.
I just think that we can't. If Fury goes in with a game plan of going to the body, getting to the body early, just letting him know and slowing AJ down and dancing for a bit, but heavy, because I still think he can come in.
But you got to remember, yeah?
Go on.
Tyson Fury is chinny. Like, Wilder came into that fight with no game plan and knocked him down twice.
Away from AJ for a few rounds.
You not hear what I'm saying? Wilder came into the fight with no game plan, you know?
Yeah.
And knocked him down twice in that first fight. A man that he's coming into this thing to throw his hand. So
Wilder had time off, though. That's not fair.
AJ is a smarter fighter than Wilder. Yeah. He's got a whole lot more punch variation. Yeah. If you get inside, the uppercut can come at any point. The left hook is a huge problem. The right hand is there as well. So you're dealing with someone that has a good variety of punches, and you are historically a chinny fighter. Right?
Would you say he's going to be able to stay out the way now, considering sharper now than he was in that first Wilder one?
Fury historically has been knocked down by smaller men for his whole career.
Yeah.
Cruiserweights, bro. Cunningham, various other men have put Fury on his back. Yeah? Cool. He's got up and he's come back to win those fights. But you weren't in there with the level of opposition of AJ. So what I'm saying is, if these men can put you down, if Otto Walling can draw you into absolute life or death, why is it that people are writing off AJ's ability to put him on his back? All I'm saying is,
I don't think people are writing off. I just think that if he's smart, because I'm with you. I believe that AJ will win this fight, but I do feel that Fury's a sticky opponent just because he can stay out of the way. He can almost box perfect for at least he boxed perfect for 10 rounds, and that was someone that was taking. And Wilder's trash.
Wilder's not AJ.
So Wilder, in terms of his foot move, Wilder is a one-hitter quitter. He's looking for that, so it's different, but it's different.
Put it this way, yeah. AJ, I don't see Fury getting knocked down and being spark out in one bang. He can get up. He's got durability.
Yes.
But if you're getting knocked down repeatedly, which I see as a distinct possibility, bro. Because if you miscalculate how you're going to do it,
then do you rate how he moves in the ring,
bro?
I'm just asking that as a question.
And somehow he gets tagged by a lesser man. So I'm like, bro, if AJ starts to nail him and get him down, start putting him down, this thing could get stopped, bro.
Do you reckon Fury comes in this fight and brings the fight to? Is that a good tactic?
No,
bringing the fight to AJ.
No, it's not. If he uses any of those same game plans, he's gonna get hurt. Because in a trade, you got to remember, Fury in a man that trades and bangs and bangs and bangs and has power. If you don't lunge in, there's no power on that shot.
Yeah,
he's a tap man.
6'9", bro. You should be able to find power. Like that's what I'm saying. Can they activate his power?
If you're not born with a punch, it takes a lot to have some significant power. Look how hard Eubank Jr. is training in the gym to get a big bang. Wilder is 15 stone and hits harder than all of them. It's a natural thing. It can't just be, you can't just add power. So for you to get to 270 in order for you to have a bit of power, you're doing too much, fam. It's going to compromise in other ways. Wilder wasn't able to exploit those other ways, but I think AJ will be able to.
I think it's so mad, but yeah, I hear you. I'm not going to argue with it. It's like, because I do feel that power can be gained. You know, you might not throw all your punches as effective as you think you're throwing them. You know, and the right trainer can probably bring that side out of you, that, you know, that extra 5-6% that you never knew you had.
100%.
You know, the first time when we spoke about Fury knocking out Wilder, we thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
I know.
It was like, this is hilarious. But
the thing is, I don't think it was the brute power that beat Wilder. It was circumstantial, as in, you know, you've come in at 270, you wear you're huge, you lean over, you fought a very different fight, you made it rough, you leaned on him, you grinded his energy out, Wilder was also heavier than he's ever been.
Yeah.
So it didn't even look like he managed his own weight or whatever it was. No excuse. I'm not trying to be one of those guys. But I think the type of fight worked for the size difference. But if you try to come in and manhandle someone who is naturally a strong person,
yeah,
it's gonna go bad because you're gonna have to trade. If you lean on someone like AJ, you're gonna have to trade with him because he's gonna find his shots up close.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be a different fight. So his best bet would be, rough elements like how he had with Wilder, but majority of the fight to be on some Klitschko thing. Go back to the Dusseldorf days and try and survive out long.
But even what's his name? Because even Lennox was saying it, and we'll talk about this, Doc. But then when he fought, Razor Ruddock, and he was like, I need more power. Like I going into this fight, I need to be stronger. Yeah. So it's like
strength and power is different.
Okay,
because some fighters can hit. Sometimes, bro, I've been in boxing gyms where a man who's come in and he's a lorry driver. I'll never forget this day because he was hitting the bag and the whole rail structure of the thing was just rocking in the gym.
Yeah.
And he was just a lorry driver. And I was speaking to one of the trainers, shouts out to Ray, ABC Boxing Gym in Shadwell, and he just went, some men can just hit. He goes, look at that. He goes, that's ridiculous. He goes, I've seen men in here come and train all the time. He goes, them man can there's some people that just have it. Like a George Foreman. A George Foreman could just be a truck driver, fam, and bang, and can just hit. So that's why I know it's a natural thing as well. So it's a combination. Yeah, it's a combination of things because obviously if you work hard in the gym, something is going to connect. But you're not going to become George Foreman if you didn't start out as that.
Yeah, you have to have some of that in you. I agree. All right, cool. Well, we'll see in it. It gets closer and closer. Manny Garcia.
Yeah, bro. They took Manny.
Talking about it.
They took their whole thing. They took their thing, bro. Garcia is the fight is apparently off with Manny Pacquiao. Yeah. I don't think that fight was ever on, to be honest with you. I think it was
clean up. We need to do cleanup work.
Go
on. Garcia said if the fight was gonna be on, it would never be an exhibition. He said it would be a raw fight. So that's good because I was furious last week when I was thinking, wait, at your young age, and remember you were saying you had your comments, so you might have to walk back some of yours because you're saying, well, you're just a YouTuber then. If you're doing this, you're a YouTuber. So from an apology from me, I thought, even though you're still moving mad, but an apology from myself, I thought that you're going to fight an exhibition at your tender age. I thought that's disgusting.
Yeah. But I think what's clear as day is that Manny Pacquiao is looking for a retirement fight. He's trying to get ready to be a senator, and he's looking for a way to say goodbye to the sport. So, calling out Conor McGregor being in the balance and then Ryan Garcia's name coming up, that says to me that you were entertaining the idea of these fights, even if they didn't happen. Yeah. So I'm looking at this now, and I'm like, because I found that he's the same management as Conor McGregor.
Who?
Pacquiao.
Get out.
Yeah, bro. I don't know if don't quote me on this, but I believe I read that. And there's a guy basically coming out to make a statement to say that there's a lot of people speaking on what Pacquiao's intentions are, and those people, they're not a part of the camp, and But there's no interest right now for the McGregor fight since the lost. But they wanted that fight.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, you're just looking for peace, fam. So you get losing your belt right now, like the WBA taking his belt and making him a champion recess. You could almost make a case for them to do that, bro, because it's like you ain't trying to defend your belt in no serious way.
Not at
all. You don't want Errol Spence. You don't want Crawford. You don't want no one relevant. You want money. So
and you have to allow it. You kind of have to allow them to take the belt as well. They don't take a belt. They must have had a couple emails, couple letters came through, said, yo, you need to defend this.
Senator, will you be coming back to defend your belt? And he said, no, not right now.
He said, and they said, this division is hot. Like, please. And he said, no, I'm not interested. And I get it because, again, he wants to make all the money he can. He's given his many years to boxing, Hall of Famer. I don't need to prove myself anymore. I just want the money, So what would be funny, though, can you imagine if Khan does Kell dirty again? Because I like that fight.
Pacquiao and Khan.
Can you imagine how would Kell Brook feel though?
Kell
You'll be frustrated. He said, again.
Kell Brook would vomit in Eddie Hearn's office. He would throw up at the sight of that tweet. Like, you know the picture, you know when the poster's designed and it's Manny Pacquiao and Amir Khan doing the arms folded thing, fam, he's losing it.
The way you got people just vomiting in offices.
Vomit is the best reaction to bad news, fam. Then man said, "Hey, Kel, Amir Khan and man." Oh my days. It's tough.
Oh, you killed me. Oh man. Wait.
We seen the Lennox Lewis.
Oh man.
The Lennox Lewis doc. Listen, guys, gotta say, absolute undefeated recommendation. Lennox Lewis, The Untold Story on Amazon Prime. Go and watch that.
You know what? Yeah, I watched that. Yeah, and I say to myself, Lennox is a chief. You know,
Lennox.
No, he's a chief, bro, because I rate him, like, the respect I have for him watching documentary, even though we got a lot from the sit down, but watching his story and the type of person he is when his wife talks about him and you see how calculated is.
One thing I can say, everything that we found out and everything that we continue to find out, Lennox is very consistent as a person.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like one of those people, you know, when you follow their stories and you see he got to this stage in his career and suddenly Lennox was new, reinvented himself. No, Lennox from day one was this guy.
Yes. Even, and let me give you that, because we can look at the career a little bit. Even the fact of the Olympics.
Yeah.
Lennox goes to the Olympics.
Oh, it's the most hilarious story.
No, not that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm talking about the mindset of going to the Olympics, not winning, Tyson going pro, and he says, I'm chilling. Like, he's playing chess. He's like, I'm going to go and win this gold medal by all, like, I'm coming back. Yes, some people might go to the Olympics once and they say, all right, cool. Yeah. He said, no. This didn't go the way I wanted the first time.
I'll get it right.
I'll get it right. And he goes back because he knows that with this,
that's right,
I'm more marketable.
It's the ticket.
That know the type of mindset, because he could sit down in front of. He said basically, I could sit down in front of anyone.
That's right.
You know, but yeah, go ahead, tell this one because this is
very thorough. It was hilarious. So basically, they're saying that the you know when they do the Olympic ceremony and they walk out with the country colors and they all stay together. So as they walk out with Team Canada, bruv. Imagine he broke away from the team to walk to where the Team US was walking, walked up to these men and said they're on the grass, you know. Yeah. Where's Riddick Bowe? He said, who's Riddick Bowe, first of all? So that means I don't know what you look like. That says, I don't know what you look like, but I've seen your name on paper. Who's Riddick Bowe? Them said, yo, this brother over there. He said, I'm going to knock you out.
Bro,
imagine finding out what you look like. There and then.
Wait. No, because he already had intentions. So the funny thing is, bro, some people, they're hearing that story and thinking, yeah, that's calm. No, this man did this before YouTube, before there was an internet.
That's what I'm saying.
He just knew. He said, nah, I'm breaking out this flag bearing thing. I need to go I'm getting over to the United States.
Yes.
Yeah, in Ralph Lauren clothes because you know how it is.
That's right.
He's pulled up or in Nike, whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Up with his red and white and said, yo, where is Riddick?
He said, who's Riddick Bowe? Pointed him out. I'm going to knock you out. That means, first impression. That means even through the first impression, he looked at man, sized up, was like, yeah, I still believe. I'm going to knock you out. That is hilarious. And also, remember, when he won the competition and he said he's the best, and they said, no, you're not the best. There's a guy called Tyson. He said, okay, let's get in the car and let's go. Then man drove to pull up to say, they say you're the best. I want to fight you. That's Lennox. That's who he is. I saw this. I thought to myself, how could someone be this consistent? It's amazing.
Yeah. Even, but you know what? Where I want to give myself some flowers. I said it. I said Lennox had a identity issue in terms of what country is claiming him. I said that, you know, the hardest thing with Lennox is because he even though he was born here and he had many years here, the fact that he's almost a man. He said he was a fighter of the world. So when you listen to his boxing, you listen to his trainer.
Yeah,
he was saying that it was so hard that I wanted to mark him as a British guy and trying to do all these things, but it was confusing.
Yeah, because he never leaned into one. And you know what? I respect him for that. I respect someone who'd be able to do that when you can see the opportunities that would probably come if you just, you know, banked into one. But he's like, nah, bro, these are my experiences. Do you know what I mean? And it was interesting watching the backstory as well.
But then, but then my point is, you kind of understood why there was almost a disconnect with the British fans. Had he just been...
But that's the thing is for me is that I don't even really like put too much value on that, because I'm like, you look at the career and you say to yourself, if you can look at this person's career and the only thing you have to come back to say is, yeah, but he wasn't really embraced, then you got to say, you know what, bun you then, bro, because what you were looking at is one of the all-time great boxers of this world. But if your only retort to that is, yeah, but he didn't really rep the British flag, I say, you know what, shut your mouth, fam.
Yeah.
It is what it is, bro.
And on that point, funny enough, it's like he won their respect. You know, so at first it's like, wait, who's this guy? Who's this guy? But then after a while, you heard the British fans that are like, you can't. Greatness is.
You can't say nothing to his career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and it's mad when you look at the story growing up. Do you know what I mean? To understand the circumstance that he came from. Do you know what I mean? Dad wasn't around, and you know, growing up, and you know, mom was obviously trying to do different things to find a way. So if that meant going to travel and live somewhere else to work to make a living, that was it. Do you see what I'm saying? He said how he the time when he met his dad, like randomly just pulled up.
Yeah,
that I'm your dad, and he's like, "Rah." Do you know what I mean? And you see the timeline of how that helped him, how he wanted to shape his family and be a present dad for his kids.
Yeah. And I think
see the growth. You see, he's a thinking man, kind of been throughout his life
from the beginning of time. And I thought a story. This is what I'm interested in, kind of like through boxing, or him and Mike Tyson's career, because when he talks about the father figure, because there always seems to be like a Tyson and Customato. I can't remember. Was it Adrian?
I think it was. I hate the fact I've forgotten this.
You can get that because that's 1 second.
Yeah, let's just look that up quickly.
You can look that up because
the similarities in their career with that was very, very telling. I didn't really realize that until, you know, when they start to talk about the end with Mike Tyson's.
Don't give it all away, by the way. Don't give it all away.
Yeah, no, his coach Arnie Boehm, I think it is. Arnie.
Arnie, that's it.
So you see the link, and when Jim Lampley kind of sums it up at the end, he says you have these two fighters who started out together, and they both were surrounded by someone who believed in them.
Yes.
And as a result, it made them believe in themselves.
Yes.
Because along the way, the people that they chose to be around had such a tremendous effect, because you literally see two different outcomes, even though their beginnings were the same.
Yeah.
So you have him, Tyson, with Don King and these type of people. And then we've got Lennox Lewis with Frank Maloney and his friends from day one. The guy who went to school, who played NFL, played American football with. Another one of the
NFL.
Fam, him.
Not way too much though, because you don't watch this show. And
I know, but you know what I mean. We still got to get busy.
Yeah,
but it's like it was nice to see such a line, and especially when you saw Tyson and him at the end, you saw that how much they were actually friends.
Yeah.
And it explained the post-fight interview that Tyson and Lewis had, because there was a lot of love there.
Yes.
Tyson don't give it up like that to a white man's eyebrow and tell man I love you, bro. Do you know what I mean? We started from when we were 16.
You know each other.
Yeah.
Each other.
It's different. Yeah.
We was at the Olympics together, the first one. As youths.
Sitting in his yard watching boxing, Tyson telling him about fighters. So it was nice to watch that back, do you know what I mean? And you start to see the insides. What I loved was watching the ring walk when Tyson was walking, Lewis walked into the ring to fight Tyson. Bro, pure bashment, reggae music playing, and he's coming out and they're like, all right, Lennox, let's go. Bro, he's dancing. but he's you know when a man's dancing slow, like he's like,
yeah.
This is my moment. Dancing, little 2-step to the side, 2 steps to the side.
Yeah.
Bro, the whole way out the changing room, you know. And you
Sick.
can imagine man are trying to vibes just because you know they're there still, but it's like this ain't really me still.
No, one thing that I can say, and it's true about the teams, you start to realize how key a team is to your success. Even like I'm dropping the bumpers, mom. So you start to because
your mom was in camp
running things.
Respect it.
In camp, making sure you say, you know what, this is, you can tell that his career and even the way it's ended, you know, he's in control. He's been in control from beginning to end, and that's what he makes you say, because he says, it's not checkers, it's chess.
Yeah.
And he's played chess. Am I back? Yeah. Luckily,
He said it's not chess. It's not checkers, sorry.
Yeah, luckily, Don King had Mike Tyson. Because sometimes luck has to go your way. You know, he looked at that situation and said, I'm not going to shine here because he's here. You know, let me go somewhere else. I know probably one of the best decisions he made. And he made it smart.
What's funny is watching Don King be a beg when he's around them. Lennox Lewis, the greatest fighter in the world, the messiah of boxing. And they're just like, They're just like, you're a dickhead, bro. Don't like you. Don't talk to me. It's not a love thing between us. Don't beg it. And it's funny because he's just like, oh, I love Violet. She's amazing, talking about his mom, and he cuts the hair. She's like, he's all right. Nah, I really enjoyed it just because. And also, what was nice was Frank Maloney and his journey, and it was quite nice to see Lewis kind of. He stood there with him through his transition and what he's going through. He didn't let that get in the way of their relationship and the journey. So there's a lot there, man.
Loyalty. You can see loyalty in his that's in one thing that's sure. I'm trying to not give away all the cool bits, but you know when someone is a listener and he can say, yo,
bro,
I need to trust you. All I'm saying is it's just not to spoil it.
Yeah, we won't gonna spoil it.
I'm telling you right now, me and you do this pod together, best believe in your greatest word of your life, Travis, I will never be doing this task with you under any circumstances. I get it and I respect it, but no, that's a different level, and I understand why you need to have trust and believe the person next to you.
And what I like, because the thing is, it's like, you like fighters that you kind of identify with in a lot of ways. Like when I see Lennox's roots with the Jamaican influence all around him, I connect straight away. I hear the songs, I know the songs. Do you know what I mean? It's a cultural thing as well. Like, so you watch it and then you see that he's like a real listening type of person.
Yeah.
All the trainers said the same thing. He takes in all of the things you say. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you watch that type of mindset and philosophy and you start thinking, all right, cool. This is a fighting man.
Yeah.
Because he's listening. He's sitting down with man like Manu Student saying, how do you beat me? So he can immediately suss how to close those gaps.
Yes.
It's different.
I hoped, and I do like, because we talk about culture. Yeah. And that's what AJ does for me, to be honest. Like, this is the most proud as a Nigerian you could ever be.
Yeah.
You're watching someone and he's like, he represents so much. And it's like, I can, even though he's AJ to everybody, we know about that game when the name has to get the reborn name. You have to put in you can't go straight. So we recognize, so it's not even a diss. We just know you're playing the game. Like my family did it with me, bro. Like when I said, I'm going to give you the easiest name on TV that you just walk in and it's not you. So I look at him, I say, like I feel that connection. One thing I do wish is that him and Lennox like come together at some stage. And so why not? You know, as
I'm kind of past that now, you know, if I'm honest.
you don't wish they come together one day.
No, I'd like to see it, but I don't think about it. It doesn't mean anything, to be honest, because I feel like if you're that different, you don't need to come together. If you don't see the world the way this person sees the world, you two coming together doesn't benefit either of you.
But are they that different though? Because when I watch it and I look at the values,
nah, I say they're different because I just think they're at different stages.
yes,
Not that they're different people, they're different beings. They are just at different stages. Lennox was pretty much like he's kind of always who he has been, and he was very much the type to double down on the stance.
Yeah.
So if it meant speaking out about a certain thing or going against the grain, he was happy to do that. Didn't actually care. You can see he's not affected by those type of things.
Yeah.
AJ is getting to a place where the last few years we've seen a transition. So I wouldn't feel like you necessarily need to have that voice in your corner. I think I mean for boxing wise. But as a man, if you don't have that with this person, then don't force it.
Okay.
That's really what it is for me now. I'm like, all right, cool. Except that he's not on it, because if he was on it, the links are there.
Yeah.
Lennox sat with us and said he's open to the relationship. It's not there for him, so it's like, cool. End of the day, Lennox's legacy is cemented, bro. The guy's a legend.
Oh, nice. It's so the last undisputed, bro.
I'm telling you, man.
That is crazy. Like, and you get that off until Tyson Fury versus AJ. That's you can't say after that. You can't say that no more. But that's been a long run of being able to say that.
A long run, and you can see everything that Lennox has been saying in terms of the fights that should happen and have led to that outcome, because he obviously wants to see a new one.
Yeah.
Because when you start to look at his career and the man he was calling out, bro, man stuck it on Riddick Bowe in his face, bro. He's there in a suit at the side of the fight. Riddick Bowe comes down, he's standing there, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. And he said afterwards, he's like, yeah, I had my hands near my face because I know he likes the sucker punch. But I'm like, this is a brother that's walking to the flame at every juncture, fam.
But him and Riddick Bowe's beef, makes so much sense now. Because just imagine in comedy, I don't know who you are, Travis, but I've seen like your name on a post on a flyer, just your name, don't know who it is. And I say, I pull up to you and all your friends, your whole nation. I pull up to Jamaica and say, yo, where's Travis J? See him? Tell him I'm going to be the funniest man tonight. Period. And I walk off. Then I'm the funniest man on that night. I take your gold medal. Bro, you hate me forever. That's everlasting hatred.
It's a weird one.
I know that Riddick Bowe had to sit with those feelings and those emotions.
But you know what's this?
When I find you.
But it's the sign of a fragile mind when you don't want to step to that challenge. Because I tell you right now, if I'm the champ, I bust my ass to get here. I'm a competitive man. This thing fires me up when a man says my name.
Yeah.
And you come and talk to me like that. And me and my manager go into the negotiation thing, and the best outcome we can hope for is to put the belt in the bin.
No, but see, what we didn't know before this documentary, that somewhere at a opening ceremony, a young man pulled up who had not seen no clips of me, doesn't know what I look like, and says, yo,
who's Riddick Bowe?
Who is he? I'm going to knock you out. Bro, do you know how rattled you are? Wait.
It's a weird one to get that notification still.
So
that's
you
like, Kev, cool. there's a brother asking for you still. Who?
Who?
Do you know this guy? And there's some tall guy, he's clearly your size, and he's just saying, you okay, G, yeah? Cool. I'm gonna knock you out and try and know that. And walks off.
So mentally, because you know boxing is mental as well. You walk out, even when you get home, you say to us, because that experience is gonna live with you forever. They say you only get one first impression. Your first impression of me was, I'm gonna knock you out. Bro, that's playing in my mind.
Energy straight out the gate.
Over and over again. So when it comes down to it's time to have this fight, the belt goes in the bin. I never understood it before till today, bro. Pugilist specialist, bro.
For real. I think you know what I really like to see when it's like when it comes to boxing and retired fighters is to see retired fighters getting on.
Yeah.
Seeing Tyson and Lewis talk and reminisce on the I mean, like it's nice to see. I think it was at Muhammad Ali's funeral where they were talking.
Sugar. 1 sec. Keep talking. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it was at Muhammad Ali's funeral where Tyson was talking and he's sitting there. I was just looking. I was thinking to myself, right, it's nice to see. I like to see fighters in good health and communicating with each other and just showing love. It's always good to see, man.
I like to see fighters have money. I think that's nice.
Yes.
You know, like it's like, oh, you're not broken. It's all
man. Your suit is still fresh. Yeah, I mean it's new.
Yeah. When you're wearing an oversized suit and it just looks mad, oh yeah, no, I don't want that. You
got the 90s fit in the 2000s.
Wait, so just on other news quickly, because little things that we didn't cover. Carlos Takam, because we're talking about Andy Ruiz. Yeah. Carlos Takam says, I want to fight Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder. I'll skip the Ruiz one because no, but Deontay Wilder versus Takam, why not?
I think he gets knocked out.
But why not? It's a nice little name.
I like Ruiz. I like the Ruiz fight. I like the Ruiz fight though.
Yes. Well, it's a nice name to your it helps you add names to your, if Wilder's here to stay and Wilder wants to rebuild himself, those are the kind of, even those 2 fights that Carlos Takam is calling out for, that's what I want to hear Deontay Wilder saying, I want Takam, I want Ruiz.
You know what? It's nice to see. You know what would be nice to start seeing? Fighters who lose close fights coming again and fighting someone else. Like, why did Oscar Rivas not get another fight?
Never seen him.
Do you know what I mean? It's like
now, no, but Travis, we're starting to learn more about.
We know a whole lot more in the game,
and we know why Rivas is not going to get rolled out again until he starts to be on the decline. Let's be honest. Rivas is a problem. He's an issue in the division. No one. He can spoil your night potentially. You know. Yeah. So to be on the safe side, let's leave him out of it. Another thing that we missed. We never spoke about Tank and Garcia. It's kind of, the conversations have kind of gone nowhere, especially now that we know that Manny fights off. I
think the whole thing was a finesse move, to be honest with you. It's like they say Tank's name, build up the hype. We say, oh my gosh, he's gonna fight Tank. Then he says, no, I got a bigger opponent, Pacquiao. And then Pacquiao's team say, no fight. So then he goes, who else should I fight now? And Tank goes and fights someone else, and he goes and fights someone else, and the thing continues.
Yeah,
it's just a game. I knew they was not going to fight next. There's no way De La Hoya was going to put him in with Tank.
So you got Tank fighting. I think Tank's scheduled to fight some.
There's a name float. There's rumors floating around of him fighting Abner Mares.
Yeah,
which would be really weird because Abner Mares is like done. So that would be a really bad look for Tank. So hopefully that's just rumors and it don't happen because Ellaby on Twitter seemed to be like, like it wasn't going to happen. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen. This is Undefeated Pod.
Yeah, man.
I'm KG.
I'm Travis J.
Drop a bomb, bro. I ring that bell, fam.
Boom.
Till next time.
IG. Take it easy. Peace.
Yo, people. Thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.
I liked it still.
Yeah, same.
I liked it. Very nice, very clean.